Hello, 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 and good morning once again. This is Dr. Yonette with another episode of Read Time with Baby Parenting. Yes, we are together this Saturday morning. How have you been? This week was tumultuous, up and down. We had days of lots of snow. We had about 8 inches of snow, but it came with a day off because the place shut down. So sometimes our challenges bring opportunities, don't they? Yes, oh yes, oh yes. How is baby doing? How is your toddler doing? Enjoying reading and exploring his or her world. Yep, we have moved in our series. We have moved to what we call sensory fine motor development. Yes, sensory play is what we've been talking about, and how important it is for baby to engage in sensory play because that helps with the development of the muscles, especially those muscles in the hands. We have muscles in the lower body or the legs, and the overall development. Did you know that? Sensory play is so important. So remember, moms and dads, when baby starts playing with his or her food, that's an opportunity for sensory play. Perhaps you may want to say, when it's mealtime, you should be playing with your food, but exploring your food with your hands and getting it on your skin and your face and all over the place is very good for baby's growth and development. So let's start off with our sensory play. We talked last time about how we could use different media to help develop and to explore from a sensory perspective. So here is my bowl, and in my bowl I have rice. Now, rice is another method or medium you can use for exploration. Now, when you use rice, you want to get a nice big bowl. I'm using a small bowl so you can see. It can fit my screen. You want to have a nice big bowl with enough rice, or you can also use beans that the child can really dive his hand or hands into, and the beads or the rice can cover those fingers so that the sensory input gets put on top of the hands and under the hands and through the fingers. You want to submerge things into the rice like beads. You can put cubes or shapes. You can put other little objects. And of course, I'm going to put my little hearts today. I'm going to just put them right there in my rice. You can find bottle caps, put them in there. I found a couple of seeds that I'm going to throw in there. I found a safety pin. Do you notice when I'm picking up the objects, I'm using just those two fingers? Yes, those are the two fingers you want your child to use. You know, humans are the only animals that have the ability to oppose, bring the thumb and the index finger together. And that's so important because it helps you to have those precise movements of the hand. It helps to develop those your grasp so that you can use tools. You can use a pencil. You can write, of course. So I submerge those objects in my rice, and I am going to let baby just go crazy. Let your toddler go crazy, just exploring the rice, finding those objects and taking them out one by one and putting them aside, and then putting the objects back into the rice again and doing the activity a second time. This is going to be so much fun for your toddler. Now, last week we used a flat container for our flour, and I'm going to put some of my rice here as well. I still have some of the objects in there, but you know, that's okay. We don't have time to take it all out. So here's my rice, and what I want to do is go back to our letters. Last week we talked about the letter A. And I'm going to skip all the way over to the letter H. Yes, the letter H. Do you know why? Uh-huh. We're talking about hearts and Valentine. So we're going to do that. H for heart. My heart of love. So get your pointer finger out. Uh-oh. I didn't even ask you to bring baby. Bring baby. Bring your toddler. Let's all come together. Are you there yet? Awesome. Take that pointer finger. You may have to hold baby's hand and make that pointer finger. And then we're going to make the line down and hit that bottom and stop. And we go down again on the other side, hit the bottom and stop. And then we're going to go across to make the letter H. That's your H. H is for heart. Now, next week we'll go back to B, but this week we just had to skip on to H. Okay, so we used our rice. We did that sensory input. Now, I want you to give your baby a different kind of sensory input. This is lotion, right? And this is wet. So you had a dry input with the rice. Now we're going to do a wet input with the lotion. This lotion is Nourishing Shea Cream. So there's what you're going to do. You can just put some lotion in the center of your baby's hands and let baby just explore. Rub it all over the hands. Now what we want to do here is just pull on those fingers. We're going to pull them out one finger at a time with the lotion applied. Oh yes, oh yes. And then we can also push. We push down the joints together. There we are strengthening those smaller muscles of the hands so that baby can become strong. Now you can also use the lotion to write your letter H in. That's another strategy you can use and have baby explore that lotion for a while. Okay. So we've done the rice, which is dry. We've done the lotion, which is wet. Now I want us to do a little more hand exercises. And this time we're going to use your Play-Doh if you have Play-Doh, or potty if you have potty. And we are going to get into that. We're going to squeeze like we did. Squeezing is going to give your baby an opportunity to strengthen those muscles, those smaller muscles of the hand. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. We do 10 in this hand, then 10 in this hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then pinching, like we said last week. Pinching is also so important. So we're going to do some pinching here. We're going to pinch and make this into 2. Then we are going to roll. You want to roll on the ball of your hands. So we're going to roll this into a ball. Make it as round as you can. Then you want to put it flat down on your table and have baby push until it gets flat. There it is, nice and flat. Now, how would you make this into a heart? Because that's what we want to do. We're going to push down the middle. Again, that pointer finger, push down the middle so that the pointer finger is being strengthened. There you go. We're going to push down the middle and you help him pull down the bottom. There's your heart. This is a yellow heart, but hey, we normally say our heart is red, right? Full of love and blood. So there you made the heart. H is for heart. One more thing before we do our fine motor activity. I want you to get baby into the habit of building his or her vocabulary. Building the vocabulary. We are talking about the letter H today, right? H, uppercase and lowercase h. Now, when you show baby a picture, the baby should be able to say house. So you want to get those pictures, and when baby says house, the letter is right there. So H for house, H for house, and there's the picture house. There's another picture here, hammer, hammer. So get as many picture cards as you can and let baby know by just identification what these objects are. Build vocabulary. H is for house. H, oops, is for hammer. Okay, so those are our letters that we're going to look at for today. Let's get busy and get this heart craft going. Now, why am I focusing on hearts and love? Of course, we are celebrating. We celebrated Valentine's, and I could not let this pass without us doing an activity. Help baby get one sheet of paper. It doesn't have to be your baby. It can be your toddler. It can be your elementary school kid. It can be middle schoolers who are still working on their fine motor skills. Let's get together. We're going to get one sheet of paper, a construction paper, okay, or a tag paper. Must be firm. And then we'll turn it this way, horizontally. We are going to get, of course we're going to get some hearts. So I have one heart here, 2 hearts, and let's see if I can find another heart that looks just like that. And we are going to make a really neat craft. Okay, so yep, we'll use the pink and the red hearts. We'll make it work. Okay, so we have 3 hearts. Now, how did I get these hearts? I used a stencil and cut it out. So you may have to either use a stencil or you can use your free hand and make your heart for baby, okay? All right, so I'm gonna get a glue stick. Glue stick. Here's a great activity, and this activity is great for fine motor because you're helping baby to trace. Baby's gonna trace the heart, just like this, okay? Using the glue, she's gonna trace the outline of the heart. Okay, so that first heart has been traced. We're gonna take our paper, our tag paper, and stick that first heart right up there like this. Okay? Now, this is our red heart full of, this one is gonna be easier to trace because it's not an outline. So we're gonna just spread the glue on the back there, take your paper again, and we're gonna glue it right under there. And then we'll go back to where we need to trace that heart. Trace that heart. I can't find my clipboard to put the heart on. Trace the heart like that. Trace. Now you may want to tape the heart down so it doesn't move and it makes it easier for baby. Whatever you need to do, just do it. So it is a successful activity. We're going to put the second heart, big pink heart up there. That means our red heart, can you see? Yep, we're gonna put a red heart here. And let's put one more red heart on our paper. Glue. You can have baby go crazy gluing this time because he or she doesn't have to be so precise. And we're going to put that second red heart right at the bottom here. Now, if you have a toddler or an elementary school person who can write, this would be a great time to practice writing. So they can write right in the middle of the heart. You're going to write I, and then over here, love. And right between these 2 hearts, we're going to write you. Okay, so here's your little craft activity. Now, I have some little shiny shiny glitters that you can peel, glitter stickers that you can peel and stick all over your activity page. And then find your mom or dad or your brother or sister or uncle or aunt and just share love all around. This was a special time that we had together. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Have a fantastic day exploring sensory medium and using your fine motor skills. See you again next week.